My daughter.
Hurt?
Wrong to me she is. He's been corrupted and taken advantage of by medicines, drugs, violence, slums. Such outrageous behavior, since she's not stupid, could never have happened without the aid of his wicked means.
Who is this person? Who would do something like that to your daughter?
He's the man. That terrible man you favor so much and have private meetings with.
We are very sorry for what happened.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Nothing. It's all true.
I'm sorry, principals. It is all true. True that I've taken away this man's daughter. True that I married her. Please give me one chance to explain. I am not an English teacher, nor am I supposed to talk about my personal life. Until 9 months ago, I have done nothing. I've been sleeping in a tent in the mountains. You have no idea what it's like to live on a teacher's salary. I speak for me, yet because you are so patient, Principal, I will explain the magical powers I use, since this is why I'm accused to win your daughter.
Look, she never stepped out of line. She'd always been on the right path with men, and you mean to tell me that she, in spite of herself, her experience, her parents, her reputation, everything, would fall in love with a black man? I'd be a fool to think that someone like her could fall in love with someone like you. I must know what's at the heart of this myself. I'm telling you, I don't know what he did, but with some booze or slippery drugs of some kind, he stole my daughter from me.
I'm sorry, Brabantio, but there's no real evidence that Othello is a bad man.
Wait, Othello, did you get Desdemona to marry you by feeding her drugs?
Please, this is insane. Get Desdemona. Let her tell her side of the story. God, if she tells you anything different, then fire me.
Go get Desdemona.
You find her. You know where she visits. Maybe in her focus. And when you come back, she will explain. I didn't use any drugs to make her fall in love with me. I promise.
Tell us how then.
Brabantio, you loved me, often invited me for dinner, and always questioned me about my life. You wanted to know everything, all the fights and struggles that I have experienced. It started when I was a child to right here in this office about the most disastrous experience I had endured. From stirring events to disasters to the little things that broke me and is used by my most hated students, and you wanted to know about the military. I also spoke about my traveling life within exotic caves of Argentina and the empty deserts of Africa. To the rocky, mountainous landscapes of India, I always took the time to speak the right words, trying to remember the stories of cannibals and evil-like people that inhabit the myths of the people in the West. Desdemona listened to and enjoyed every single story I told, but she went away to college before she could hear the rest. With her greedy ear, she ate up my stories and was nice enough to give up so much to hear about my journeys. I also comforted her whenever she cried about my struggles. When my story ended, she gave me a comforting sigh from my pain. She promised on her life that my pains would soon go away. She thought it was horrible and wished she never heard these stories. Yet she knew God made her strong. She thanked me and asked me if I could teach others how to tell my stories, and that would comfort her. I loved her because she pitied them. This is the only drug I use. Here she comes. Let her tell her side of the story.
I think my daughter would love you for that story too. Brabantio, please try to make the best of this situation. Othello is a great man. He has proven himself both as a teacher and a person. We trust him very much, just as we trust you. And I'm not sure this is such a bad thing. Your daughter isn't hurt or in any trouble. She simply loves Othello.
Please ask her. If she admits, I'll drop all charges. I promise. Desmona, come here, please. Answer this for us. Me or him?
Dad, I love you. And I know that I am yours forever for raising me. Teaching me the difference between right and wrong, making me into this person I am today. Thank you very much, but I am not a kid anymore. I know that I'm still your daughter, and you feel you need to protect me, but I've known this man forever. And I know he cares for me just as much as I care for him. I've always listened to you and trust you, but now it's my turn to make my decisions. Don't you remember how Mom chose you over Grandpa? This is me doing the same. This is my husband. I love him.
Oh, fine. God be with you. I'm done. Please continue from where I interrupted you. I should have adopted instead of having to deal with that as my child. Othello, you have taken my daughter, which I would never have given to you of my own choosing. And Desdemona? I'm glad I have no other children. Your carelessness has shown me that I've been far too loose with you. Thank you, sir.
I have heard enough. Thank you all for your cooperation. Othello, I do not object to your relationship with Desdemona, but I do warn you to be careful, as you are a teacher and she a former student. Barbancio, I know it's hard, but please don't lose your daughter over this. To mourn a memory that has become a part of the past is the next way to bring on more sadness. What we can't save when thieves steal from us, patience will make better. Now I have a meeting to get to. Come in! Enter!
Go.
My daughter! My daughter!
Hurt?
I have a smile on my face. I'm not happy.
Can we try this again?
My daughter! My daughter!
Hurt?
Oh, to me she is. She's corrupt and taken advantage of.
Carl!
There were a lot of cuts and fighting about things in my life.
You got it.
Holding a gun like this, I had to walk up caves.
Wait, what?
What are you doing?
Recording them.
What are they doing?
I don't know.
Huh?
They're trying to do some, whatchamacallit, some church thing.